My name's Dr. Ryan Lowry, and I'm at KetoCon because it's the best companies around the world all in one place, really bringing the resource and education to the masses. I was introduced to ketogenic diets in 2010 from Dr. Jeff Volek and Dr. Dom D'Agostino, two of our very good friends and colleagues, and they were doing a lot of research not only with the military, but with endurance athletes. And at a conference in 2010, Dr. Volek was giving a presentation and someone asked, but Dr. Volek, what research is there on ketogenic diets and resistance trained athletes? And at that time he said, we don't have any. And so my partner, Dr. Jacob Wilson, and I really set out to answer this question, and ever since we've been trying to knock out various different questions on how to really work a well-formulated ketogenic diet and all of the various aspects that it can have. Being fueled by fat has really completely changed my life. You look at carbohydrate addiction and this roller coaster of having to eat all the time. I was an athlete and I was one of those individuals who would make sure I timed my meals every 2 to 3 hours, and it just got tiring. And now I'm at a point where I intermittent fast and I'm able to go extended periods without eating. And because I'm fueled by fat, because my body's running off of ketones as its primary fuel source, I'm able to do that, and it's so liberating that it's literally transformed my entire life. One of the biggest challenges that people face when starting a ketogenic diet is the adaptation period. Oftentimes they don't really know how to work with the macronutrients. They're often deficient in things like electrolytes. So being able to increase their amount of fat, maintain a moderate amount of protein, and really maintain that low carbohydrate lifestyle and work that in. And I mean maintain a lifestyle in the sense that this isn't something that's temporary, it's something that's meant to be a lifestyle and sustainable for a long period of time. A lot of people who are busy and on the go all the time don't have time to prepare meals or don't have time to really make dinner all the time. Having something like an RTD or something that can really benefit them from a bigger capacity and grab it on the go can really allow them to maintain this lifestyle, so that way they're not breaking or falling off the bandwagon. And that's something that's key to making this a sustainable future. Our research focuses on a lot of different things. We look at everything from body composition to human performance. But oftentimes people think about human performance as elite level athletes, but human performance is a grandfather being able to play with their kids, or someone with Parkinson's being able to have a conversation, or someone with Alzheimer's being able to remember their son or daughter's name. So we're really studying the entire spectrum and how to optimize that process. 3 key takeaways from my talk are: 1, it is possible to gain muscle on a well-formulated ketogenic diet. 2, we're studying a lot of different areas in regards to Parkinson's and various different therapeutic conditions that I think can see a tremendous benefit from implementing a well-formulated ketogenic lifestyle. And 3, we're looking at different strategies of how to make this more sustainable, whether that's through MCT supplementation, exogenous ketones, in conjunction with the diet itself, to make it so it can reach a mass audience, and people that aren't necessarily as strict or hardcore can adhere to that type of mentality. Everyone that knows me knows one of my favorite go-to meals is a Cobb salad. And I literally have like a shoe on that shows exactly what it is. I'm a big fan of Cobb salads because it has volume and it's super ketogenic friendly. When it comes to eating, oftentimes I was one of those people who I love sweets. And so when you have that problem, I was eating all the time, and I was raised that way because I was always trying to put on muscle. And so I was told you need to eat every so many hours. And because of that, it's hard for me to feel full after a meal. And one of the things I've learned is that when I'm on a ketogenic diet and when I'm eating a good amount of high quality fats, that energy level is sustained, but also the satiety is sustained. So I'm not hungry all the time. I'm not like waiting and looking at the watch for my next meal. It happens when it happens, and for me, that means the world. I really think we're on the brink of what keto, all the benefits that keto really has. I think the keto conversation is just getting started, and I'm super excited to see where it's going. Sure, people get into it because of all the amazing body composition benefits, but the ancillary things, like there's researchers and some of our friends and colleagues that are studying this legitimately for cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, traumatic brain injury. And I think all of those are being packed with more and more research. And so that's going to protect this conversation and allow it to really carry over for the next several decades. One of the things that we're doing right now is with Ketogenic.com is we want to make sure that we're fostering and helping protect this conversation. We saw what happened in the 90s with the Atkins boom and then the fall off, but this conversation has so much support and so much research behind it that it needs to be fostered and protected and told in the right way. And that's one of the things we're trying to do at Ketogenic.com, and that we tried to relay throughout our book, The Ketogenic Bible, in order to make sure that people have those tools and necessary information to really go out and transform their lives.